Nearly 0.1 million tons of municipal solid waste is generated in India every day. Approximately 36.5 million tons of waste is generated annually, and out of the total municipal waste collected, 94% is dumped on land and 5% is composted. Urban India is the world's third largest garbage generator. We throw tons of aluminium cans, glass and paper, creating a huge part of waste generation. But where does it go? What happens to the waste once it's out of your homes? In this half hour, we take you through the journey of waste and how challenging it is to manage waste in our country. It's a common scenario in most of the Indian homes, where almost no one separates household waste, whether it's food, plastic, glass or garden cuttings, discarded clothes, shoes. It all ends up in a mix like this. The garbage collector, or Kudawala as he's called, comes to your house every morning to empty your dustbins inside his small van, cycle or truck. Takes all the garbage from your neighborhood and dumps it in a collection center.
It's a common assumption among urban residents that once their waste goes out of their house, it's not their problem anymore. But that's not true. It's just the beginning of a problem. I'm at one of the dhalaus or collection points in East Delhi, from where the garbage is collected and taken to the landfills. This gives us a true picture and a larger perspective that how big the problem of garbage management is in our country.
From neighborhood garbage dumps to municipal garbage dumps, the waste finally makes its way to landfills like this. The health hazards of the workers is just one part of a deeply disturbing story. It's evident at first glance that these landfills signal disaster for the city in every way. Smoke rises steadily from the pile as the decomposing waste generates highly combustible methane gas, deadly in its toxicity. India's garbage generation stands between 0.2 to 0.6 kilograms of garbage per head. That means one individual generates nearly 1 kilo of waste. For a city like Delhi, that adds up to 9,000 metric tons of solid waste. Waste that the city doesn't know what to do with.
So one truck brings in a whole truckload of, say, medical waste, and the other one will bring in construction waste, and third one will actually bring in a whole truck full of plastic. So all of that is dumped together, and then when that decomposes, it actually affects your water table. So there's something called leachate that is actually generated after years of decomposition, and that's the most toxic, most poisonous form of liquid that we have on this planet, and each landfill actually generates that. So your land gets contaminated, your water table gets contaminated, and of course your air gets contaminated, because at the end of the day you're talking about methane that comes out, and methane is only one of the poisonous toxic gases that come out of our landfills. And so there's an ecological problem, there's a human health problem, public health problem, and then there's a problem of human rights.
The World Health Organization lists 22 types of diseases that can be prevented or controlled simply by improving a city's solid waste management system. These include headache, nausea, breathing difficulties and lung irritation, sleeping difficulties, weight loss, chest pain, and aggravation of asthma, among a few more health issues.